All right, ladies and gentlemen, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Much love to everybody that's joining in tonight. I see y'all already. I'm not going to try to go down the list and read all the names because the list is already long. So I do want to thank y'all for already tuning in tonight. First of all, as always, giving praise and honor to the Most High God, thanking him for allowing us to be here today. First of all, thanking you all for tuning in. So the night is a little different. You know, y'all see the caption. How will this election tomorrow affect the race relations here in America? Now, we all know the election is tomorrow. We got two candidates. A lot of people feel a certain way. Election time is one of the most emotional times of the year. And so I try to avoid this topic on purpose. But because this relates to everything that we've been seeing within the last month or so, but not even within the last month, within the last decade or two, concerning, police unaliving unarmed black men and getting away with it. Black men being found, and black women being found under suspicious circumstances, suspended from trees and ropes, hanging around their neck. If y'all was on the show a couple of nights ago, you heard some brother call in speaking a lot of racist rhetoric. We've all seen the stories that we have done most recently. And so a lot of people are up in arms. Everybody's on emotional pins and needles. I, for one, never put too much stake in, the presidential election, because ever since that I've been able to vote, since the age of 18, and that was when I think Clinton was running, they always told me that this election was the most important election ever. They had, they had sayings like "vote or die," and back then I didn't vote and I didn't die. I'm of the mentality that no matter who is president, there is such a well-on or well-oiled system here in America that it does not matter who is the president, things are going to continue as they have been for years. Now, as I said, I cannot see anything that has changed in America as far as black people and black men go since the time I was 18 to now. Black men are still being targeted by the prison industrial complex. We're still being targeted by police officers. We're still being denied opportunities in the workplace, and black people in general, not just black men, but I'm just speaking as a black man. But black people have always been on the bottom of this political system, and no matter who it was, whether it was Clinton, whether it was Bush, whether it was the other Bush, whether it was Obama, whether it was Trump, whether it was Biden, I have not seen nothing tangible that has changed in the American makeup since this, since I've been able to vote. So that's what we're going to talk about real quick tonight. Now, I do have some information concerning our brother Javion McGee. We're still, kind of working behind the scenes. There's some things that really prove that he didn't do it to himself. And, I've been told that, by the parents, but, because they don't want to tip their hand, so to speak. Okay, we have a caller already. We want to see what this caller is talking about real quick. Peace and blessings.
Hey, shut the fuck up, nigger.
Okay, you wanna speak English?
Yeah, gtvflyers.com, gtvflyers.com. The Jews suck baby dick. They own the media, and they're fucking disgusting. And Hitler was right.
All right. Okay. So that is what we're talking about, right? So we have people like that man. I don't know if you heard him, but he's spewing a lot of rhetoric that is once again, that we have certain groups of people in this country who are going to always think like that. And some of those people have power, just like we saw in the sheriff of Granville County yesterday, where he was caught on tape using the N-word and actually plotting the demise of the deputy who caught him on tape using the N-word, and he literally gets a slap on the wrist. He's actually out today. He was sentenced in 2022, and he's slated to get out. Or he's already out, from what I understand, right now. So these things won't be changed by electing, one or the other. We have two people, and from my understanding, from my interpretation, that politicians are in the pocket of people who fund it. That's why they have campaigns. Like, we can vote, right? Everybody can vote, and I encourage, if you feel the need to vote, right? But what's more important? Okay, we can go to each politician and say, look, I voted for you, right? But then you can have a whole group of people say, I voted for you and I donated $1 million to your campaign. Who is that politician going to favor? Who is that politician going to make sure that he keeps in favor? It is not the one who just voted and said, yeah, I vote, my vote counts, which it does, but also money counts. The people who fund these politicians, best believe those politicians, they're going to be sending politicians letters and, reminders of, hey, you remember that $2 million I sent you, right? I'm going to need this right here to go like this, and that's how, I believe that it works. And so what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to dive deep into this real quick, but I'm going to play the theme song real quick, and then we're going to get right into this discussion. And feel free now, this is a intelligent discussion. This is an intelligent discussion. So, I don't have any dog in the fight, as you can say. So, feel free to express your opinion on why you or how you think this election is going to affect us. But I want to play this real quick, and I will be right back.
From local stories to Wayne County news, get ready to dive into everything happening in North Carolina with Taylor House Publishing. Got a story to share? Shoot us an email at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. If you're looking to publish your book or need some top-notch mentorship, we've got your back. Join the excitement with the one and only Richard Taylor, right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House brings the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you on your feet.
Taylor House, we got the school.
Taylor House Publishing.
All right, so we are back. So what I want to do is talk about the racial climate and the results of this election. And of course, we have Trump on one side, right? And, a lot of people feel that, he's racist. He's going to cause division. He's going to, put qualified immunity for the police, and he's going to, do all, put us back into slavery. He's going to implement 2025 and all of those things, right? He is bad for Black people, right? And so a lot of Black people are against him. Now, I do know some brothers who are for him. They say, whatever their reason is. I do know some brothers and sisters. Let's not, do the divided right there. He's, I do know some sisters who are with him, and on the other hand, you have, Kamala Harris, who is, the Democrat. Black people have, always kind of voted Democrat. People, have questioned her, ethnicity. They've questioned her dedication to Black people. People always bring up that statement where, she said, I'm definitely not going to do anything specifically for Black people. But a lot of Black people, once again, they're going to vote for her because she is not Trump. And, Trump is, according to a lot of people, he's the big bad boogeyman. So my reason for bringing up, the kind of the racial divide against the candidates is because people think that when Trump gets in, he's going to, once again, a lot of these people who just called are going to be emboldened. They're going to, do more, to harm us. The police are going to just be walking around unaliving Black people, with total immunity, which they already are. But, that's a whole nother, we'll get into that later. Like what, but, and then so you have, if Kamala wins, right? If Kamala wins, Black people are going to be happy, dancing in the streets, just as, Obama did, first Black woman president, quote unquote, all of those things, they're going to be happy. So what do you think that's going to make the Trump supporters do? They're going to rev it up, right? They're going to be mad. So they're going to rev it up and, put you Negroes back in your place. We're going to show you, regardless of who is in power, we still run the towns. We still run the cities. We still run the states. And so, in my opinion, it won't make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like it really won't make a difference. And I'm talking about as far as the racial component, like the things that we have already seen. Now, I can just go back okay. Here we are happening. Okay. We're gonna see if this thing stops. Letting me laugh, right? But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is, police. All right, okay. So we lagged a little bit. I think we're gonna be all right from here on out, right? So the thing is, once again, this is what I want people to know, that these things that people are afraid of, the triple K coming out the woodwork, and unaliving people, they are happening right now as we speak, right? And this is being done under, the current people. We can go back from 2021 or whenever, this current administration took office, and we can go all the way down the list of things that have happened. Just today, there are 2 police officers in Ohio. And I haven't really got the gist of the story, but either they were indicted or it was said they would not be indicted for another I can't breathe case. The I can't breathe case. We all know the I can't breathe with what's my brother name? Eric Gardner. We also the major I Can't Breathe with George Floyd. But these things right here are happening right now. Once again, we can go back to the recent videos that I've done. I'm just going to name a few of them. We have, once again, the 23-year-old white guy who unalived a black sheriff in what is that town called? Haynesville, Alabama. He unalived the black sheriff in 2019. He finally went to trial last week, and this jury could not convict him. An 18-year-old white man killed unalived a black sheriff, and they're locked dead right now to this day. He's going to have a new trial. This black sheriff was in the performance of his duties, and the white guy said, okay, I saw him yelling at my friend. He was trying to clear out the crowd. White guy got out, him and the sheriff got into it. The white guy, just unalived the sheriff, just right there, 18 years old, right? In a predominantly black town with a black sheriff. That happening right now. We also see the case 2 years ago, 21-year-old Carlos Austin, who was unalived by the Henderson police. We also have the Granville sheriff, once again, who was using racist rhetoric. We have the North Carolina man who hung a body from his tree as part of the Halloween. We have the Jacksonville police who executed a man for holding a butter knife. The officer down there in Charlotte County, Florida, who unalived the man on his own property. The security guard out there in Texas who expired a young black man at a nightclub. The white guy from Minnesota who shot his neighbor. The truck driver, Tremaine White, down there in Mississippi, who was unalived in the custody of the police. We have the black church destroyed by fire in Paris, Texas. We have 67-year-old Elvin Land in Jasper, Texas, who was unalived by police while he slept in his bed. We have 16-year-old Dominic Stewart, who was suspended from a bridge in Jefferson County. We have 65-year-old Percy Mixon out in Mississippi, suspended by a tree from his ankles. We have the trucker found, Evan Bryant, found in Biden, Texas. We have Dwayne Aiden, who was unalived by police in Jacksonville. We have Jacoby Lindsay, once again suspended by a tree. Denoris Richardson. And these are just videos that I have done within the last 3 weeks. Now, not to mention all of the past ones. Like we can go back to Trayvon Martin under the great Black Hope Obama, right? We can go back to those years from 2012 to 2016. Tamir Rice, Mike Brown, Sandra Bland, all of those black people were unalived under the watch of the first black president. And the list can go on and on and on and on. And only thing my guy said was, well, if I had a son, he would have looked like Trayvon. Now, people say, well, he couldn't do nothing or this, that, and the other. He could at least speak up more. Like, y'all got to stop killing our black brothers. So that is what we may have to look for if, one part, to me, is both parties. Whatever happens, somebody's going to be mad or somebody's going to be empowered. I know about when they unalived my man Henry Morrow out there in Oxford. People began to fight back. Both of them, yeah, there's so many names that we can go down the list. So my question is, people, who are saying that, it's going to be, worse, or the police are going to have qualified immunity, whatever that means. They already have it. They've been having it. So I don't know what it's going to be different, regardless of who wins. That's a lot of people. Yeah, it's a lot of people going. Like the list, man. And I meant to do this before. Hold on, how many? So they have a whole list. They have a whole list. And I think it's over 30,000, 31,000, 31,000, 31,000, 31,000 unalivements by police from 1980 to 2020. And that's not even, that's not even counting the last 4 years. That's 31,000 people. Hey, that's funny, man. Hey, that's funny right here. He told me if I had a son, he looked like Miles, Moesha's little brother. Hey, that's hilarious. Yeah. So, but my question, once again, if you're concerned, about Trump being president, why are we not concerned now? That's my question to everyone who thinks. Now, once again, that's what makes America great. And I hate to use that phrase, but that's what makes being human great, because we have the ability to make our own decisions. You know what I'm saying? We have the ability to make our own decision. Yeah, if it's going to get worse, once again, which way? What do you think is going to be worse? Y'all tell me which one is going to get worse. If Trump wins and everything that people think is going to happen, or if Kamala wins and the people who support Trump do everything that they're going to say happen, right? I don't, what I'm saying? I don't know how else to look at it. I deal with reality. You know what I'm saying? I just deal with reality. And I'm not talking about who's better or who's worse, because once again, I just feel like the politicians are in control of the people with money. Yeah. And that's the scripture I wanted to read as well. That's Proverbs 21:9. The heart of the king is in the Lord's hand, and he will do with it what he wishes. That's the end of the matter. You know what I'm saying? Either way, it's going to be a bad situation for us, right? And I'm gonna start because I'm trying not to read the comments, but I'm just gonna go ahead because y'all are making some good points and having a good discussion. So and I think everybody in this chat is very intelligent. So I'm sure that we can have an intelligent discussion with differences of opinion, without being emotional, without being condescending. So yeah, so I see a lot of people, and many people, say, about division. I just look at it, America is already divided, right? That's why we have what? We have black neighborhoods, we have white neighborhoods, we have black churches, we have white churches, we have black schools, and we have white schools. So America is really always already divided. Let me see. The reality is no one going to do anything for us, and we need to figure out something for ourselves. That is what I believe too. Last shall be first says, how did y'all vote for a TV personality and a failed businessman? And I didn't see that. Nobody can complain about either side if they're not going to get educating and voting to change legislation, not federal. Now, that is very important, Mr. Stokes. Now, that is very important because what I seen at the polls, now I'm actually running for the local school board, but what I seen at the polls was this. Now, I went to the polls, I did my civic duty, but when I picked up that ballot, right, I realized that there were so many people on that ballot that I had no idea who they were. The lieutenant governor, the assistant treasury, to the state, the food and drug administrator guy, whoever, though, and if anybody's like me, if y'all be honest, y'all know y'all didn't know a lot of them people on y'all ballots, right? But what I did experience was people, and I'm pretty sure that you guys, where y'all at, y'all have the same people. People are outside, candidates pay them to, to hand people their literature, see what district they're in, and tell them basically who to vote for, right? And so when I go out there, the people out there handing out, they're like, hey, here you go, I got a ballot for you, right? They call them sample ballots, but what it is, the candidates that they want you to vote for, and they'll find out who your district is, and they'll tell you who to vote for, right? And so my man came to me, was like, yeah. I said, nah, I'm good with that. I don't, I already know what I'm gonna do. And the dude was like, and I said, look, if I'm coming out here and I don't know what or who I'm voting for, then I don't need to be out here. I don't need to be out here. And I see so many people going out to the voting polls because they feel it's their civic duty to vote, which it is. But if you're going to vote and you don't know who you're voting for, what district, what good is it if you're not educated on who are you going to vote for? That's like going to the mall and saying, yeah, I just want some jeans. What size do I don't? Any kind of jeans will do. You know what I mean? And then you get home and the jeans don't fit. That's what I have seen with a lot of people. They are just voting because that's what they've been told to do. They're not voting educated with any form of education. And that's what I see, a lot. I've been, at the polls. I've been, kind of advocating for some of my friends who ran in the past, going out there to support them. And so I've seen so many people go out to the polls and they don't know what's going on. And I'm the first to admit that when I got that ballot, I left a lot of them blank because I didn't know who the lieutenant governor was. I didn't look at any of the other, like I'm talking about, it was probably like 30 positions of people running. And I only knew about 4 or 5 of the people. I only knew about 4 or 5 categories of who I've done the research on. And so, I did a disservice. I'll be impressed. Like I did a disservice. I did a disservice of my own civic duty because, I was supposed to go there and been educated on who's running for this, who's running for that, who's running for district court judge, who's running for superior court judge, who's running for, the insurance, the insurance director. Like there was so, you got to do deep research on them all. You know what I'm saying? We got to, we got to do deep. I voted, but once again, you got people who voted Phenomenal Black Queen that don't know why they're voting, don't know who they're voting for, don't know what policies that the people have in place. And so that's something that we will yeah. So I vote for a dog before I vote for Trump. All right, I feel you. He shows who he is. I feel you. I feel you. And you know, I can agree with that sentiment. Like, but once again, I don't. So for me, I have not seen either candidate tell me what they are going to do for me, right? And I have not seen any candidates tell me what they are not going to do for me. You know, I haven't seen, you know, I don't know what I'm getting from either candidate. You know, nobody has addressed. Oh yeah, they get tough. They get tough at the polls, man. Rich, I went one time to vote, and these older black women told me who to vote for, then threw the ballot in my car. Very real. Yeah. They are but mind you, remember they do get paid. They do get paid. Let me see. It's sad. I'm going to just read them as they come. It's sad in America when black folks take this side of a KKK upriser, pathetic and a shame. Definitely. You know, but that's okay. I like that, my journey, because neither one doesn't care about the people. Now, once again, if anybody can tell me, you know, neither one of the candidates have expressed the urgency that the black community need, and I don't like it. And I agree. You know, they always come to us for our votes. They come with little, you know, trinkets. Like they had. Okay, this is the point. I'm glad they had Cardi B up there speaking for Kamala Harris. Right now, why is it that I have to listen to Cardi B for something that matters? For something that matters, like I'm almost insulted of some of the people that they put in front of me and say, okay, you should vote for her because I said so. Where are all the political analysts? Where are all the financial gurus? Where are all the black economics? You know what I'm saying? Don't give me a bunch of entertainers, because honestly, I feel, and that's on both sides, that that's all they feel that we are. Okay, we can entertain them, give them a concert, and that's good. Like I said, they had the thing when Beyonce come up there. Beyonce is a great singer, beautiful woman, outstanding businessman. I mean, a woman. But why should I listen to her, you know, about anything political? You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like, once again, in insulting to me when, you know, you give me that. You give me that. You give me, you know, whoever, 50 Cent over on the Trump side. You give me whoever, you know, that they throw in front of my face and say, yeah, he's voting for me, so you should too. Nah, you know what I'm saying? It's a facade. Okay, let me see what Troy says. I'm starting to learn that the president election is a facade from the little attention to who's running from the Congress and Senate and states. We will see a proven lot. And that's, you know, what a lot of people say, no matter who wins, it's going to be up to the feds looking for Jay. I didn't know that. But it's going to be up to, once again, the lawmakers, you know, the political, once again, analysts and lobbyists to make those laws, you know. Let me see. Okay, the black folks that claimed Trump was so good, then where were they during the Capitol takeover? I didn't see none of those climbing the walls. Okay, the Capitol takeover. Daytime Cardi B prompter. Oh, she read it from a prompter, so it was coming from the heart. She was coming from the heart. Are you being sarcastic? Bonnie Lyon says, when you have a man running for president that has felonies and can still vote because he can vote in a jurisdiction that he has not been convicted. And now I do, yeah, like there's no reason with that a man who's been, you know, embattled in court should be able to go and say, yeah, I'm going to be the president. And, you know, he literally has criminal charges either being convicted or pending and lawsuits. Like that is bad for the overall image and the spirit of the country. I don't want to go see none of them. And that's one thing I always tell people too. Appreciate the super chat. My journey. Who's responsible for Project 2025? Just asking. I feel like no. I don't. I've heard a lot about that. I haven't heard any body talk about it, but the people who said that Trump is going to implement it. Once again, I don't know. Once again, and as I think about Project 2025 and all of what it entails, and people saying that it entails, once again, this government cannot do anything to Black people that has not already been done. So I don't. I'm not afraid of that. Once again, I'm not worried. Trump wrote Project 25. Okay, don't worry about it. Talk is cheap, prayer is strong. And that's where my, that's what my faith is. Like I said, like God has the ability to just destroy all this. He can wipe the White House out. He can wipe, Trump, Kamala out. He can wipe the whole Project 2025 club out, the Triple K. You know what I'm saying? He can wipe all of the evil out. You know what I'm saying? But it is once again up to us. Okay, I like that. That's what I wanted to put on the caption. The same bird, but two wings. Via Ingrid says, "Come on, my people. Remember the Matrix. We've been hoodwinked again. It's an eagle with two wings. They both represented the beast." And that's what I said, early. Like this system is so well oiled. It doesn't matter who you stick up there. The system is going to continue to run as the system was designed to run. That's right. Like this system, no matter who you're going to set up there, this is a well-oiled machine. This is a machine. This, no one person is going to stop this machine. The prison industrial complex, the military industrial complex, the capitalistic nature of this country. None of this, none of these. Do you think really the powerful people that run this system will allow anybody to come in and disrupt the system? Think about JFK. He didn't want to play ball, right? Called him coming down, whatever that street down in Texas. So, okay, that's the point of the video. Don't fall for the hype. People ready to riot. The National Guard has already been training for this selection. They're possibly going to use the Caterpillar tanks or military planes an excuse to get rebels. And this is, once again, and I think the polarization of it is to usher in that civil war, that martial law, because people are so emotionally invested. Like I read an article today that said a couple, they broke up. They're no longer together because of a divide between one Ronald Trump and one Ronald Harris. Like they literally broke up because of two people who don't even know their names. That's when it gets like, okay, now you done broke up a happy home, probably got kids and everything, probably been together since high school. But the emotional sensationalism of it all is what, I'm seeing. I'm looking back and I'm seeing like people are actually going to, like, somebody is going to be really upset tomorrow. And that somebody won't be me. That somebody's not going to be me. No matter who wins, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get up. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to work. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna plan what I got to do for the day, and I'm gonna keep going. And whatever happens, you know, whatever happens, I am gonna have to adapt. Whether it's, you know, fighting people who, you know, are emboldened, you know, by a quote unquote racist president, or fighting people who are mad that the racist president didn't win. I'm still gonna have to fight. I'm still gonna have to adapt, right? So, the AQ Horton, and I believe it too. It's already written. They are doing all of this to bring in the B system. Why do we keep playing their game? I'm tired. Me too. Like I see it as a game. Like this is all a game. Trump and Harris probably after those debates, they probably go out and drink wine together. Trust me. You remember when Trump got hit? Biden said, "Yeah, I'm gonna call him tonight and check on him." If he is your arch enemy, if he's your political kryptonite, you want to be good. That shows you that everybody is like, you can't get into that position without being vetted, without being, you know, going through certain channels to make sure that you are part of the program. Angel, sorry, I saw that happen in 2016 when, you know, who be president at the time, white when divorcing their own white folks. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like it's crazy, right? People will, you know, people will just lose their God-given minds. You know, he said bold on. Okay, hold on. What'd you say? Showing all true colors, bold on steroids on both sides. Trust and believe. Yeah, like okay, let me see what the well-oiled machine can only hide behind the curtain when our people refuse to remove and expose the phantom. Exactly. Now we have the power to just disassociate from the whole entire system. We have the power to dismantle it. You know, look, we ain't participating in nothing until you literally address our issues, our situations. You know, it's probably a little bit more than that. They probably get together and have wine. You know, does anybody remember Pizzagate? That's something that was swept under the rug. Pizzagate. If y'all haven't heard about Pizzagate, look that up. Where all of these politicians were calling this restaurant to order. Just Google it. You know, just Google it, because I don't even want to talk. I don't even want them to take my channel for talking about that. But that tells you about just like the overall debauchery, the overall savagery of the people in this position. Remember Matthew 24:6. See to it that you are not troubled. It doesn't mean to sit and do nothing. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, definitely. And that, I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of people will go vote and do nothing. That's something that I detest. They say, okay, yeah, you voted. Okay, I voted. Then what else are you going to do? Are you going to go out in the community? Are you going to advocate for the laws that you want them to have or put in place? Are you going to, you know, work to build better schools? Are you going to, you know, work to make your community better? You know, because once again, people voting is only one method. You know, if I vote and I just sit back and do nothing, then what good was my vote? Because I'm not participating actively to put any work behind my vote, to put any force behind my vote, to put any demand to have my vote. You said I was listening to your podcast and we said we have the power to walk away. I agree with that. Do you think Black people have the capability to live like the Amish in order to gain respect. I think black people done got too comfortable. You know, we've embraced this capitalistic lifestyle. We want the finest things. We want, you know, the latest this and the latest that. We want to be looking good. We want to drive the fancy car. We want the big house on the hill, right? But with that comes what? Participation in a system that keeps some of you down. Like I was talking to my homeboy today. He's like, yeah, some of us think we made it, right? Some of us think we made it. Like, that doesn't apply to me. Okay, you Negroes out there in the hood, y'all pull yourself up by your bootstrap, right? But your participation in this system allows that in order for capitalism to exist, somebody has to be on the bottom. This is a capitalistic system. And I always tell people, back in the days, whether you're talking about the indigenous Americans who were, you know, black people, dark-skinned people, or you're talking about on the continent, we are a communal people. We are a communal people. That's why we don't thrive in this capitalistic system, because it goes against our God-given nature. You know, as the scripture said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. You know, do good to all men, be fruitful and multiply. And tend the garden, right? We just grew our food. You know, we made our clothes, we danced, we had a ball. You know, there were a little bit of tribal words here and there, but this system has just totally ruined our minds. Like, we can't leave this. Well, I mean, I can, like, you know, I'm good with just going somewhere and eating and breathing and having fun and, you know, being with family. I'm good with that. But some of us, I don't think that we have that capability. Somebody said, save America, when America is the filthiest, most disgusting nation in the world, led by wealthy elite people. And once again, I agree. Mad is better, mad hatter, but nowadays black people communal spirit is destroyed. We can't get together without pulling a gun. Do you think black? I don't like I said, you think about all the young men out in the hood. Now, we can go to I know we have people in this chat from all over the nation, right? Probably even some in the world. You can go to any one of your hood and pick up the paper tomorrow or today, and you're going to read about a young black man exterminating another young black man, right? What is that about? What is that about? We've been so just destroyed. You know, our minds have been so polluted by this system. Remember what this country was built on, right? It was built on pillage. It was built on robbery. You know what I'm saying? It was built on deceit, cunning, destruction, right? And so when you live in when I think it was Christian Amerte who said there is no way that you can be sane in a sick society. There is no way to be, and let me pull that up so I can get it right. Let me say, okay, that's what it is. He said, it is no measure of to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. What is he saying? It is no measure of health. It doesn't say that you're good because you're well adjusted to this sick society. You know how to go out and work for money and spend all your time and hustle and step on the next person's neck and to get what you want, because I everybody wants as much as they can get, right? And that's you know what I'm saying. You're well adjusted to the society that says go and get all that you can get at the expense of your brother or your sister, and whoever don't like it, you know what I'm saying, you gotta pull yourself. Like, I'm not helping you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the solutions is to help each other. I saw that because I've talked to so many brothers who go to, you know, and this is not in all cases, but I was talking to one of my homeboys. He's, you know, he got business aspirations. He want government contracts. He won't do it. And so he goes to other brothers, other older brothers who are in that field. And he's trying to pick their brain. And he's trying to, you know, get a mentorship. And he was like, man, they don't want me to get no money. Like, they don't want me to get in. You know what I mean? They don't want me to tell them how he got these big contracts with the highways or with the schools. And I've seen it myself. You know, I've seen it myself. So we got to, the solution is, I heard somebody mention a solution. The solution is to disassociate from the whole entire thing. You know, I hear people talking about, when we get, you know, we got to get people in the right places to infiltrate the system from inside out. You think those people are going to let you? You know what I'm saying? It's you got two options. You get in that system and you play along with the system, or you're out of the system. Or you get in that system and you fight against the system and you're out of the system. I think everybody remember when our brother Colin Powell resigned, right? Colin Powell resigned because he said, okay, look, I can't be a part of this no more, right? Absolutely. Be you separate. Now, also, you remember Ron Brown. You know, if you're old, you're my age, you remember Secretary of State Ron Brown, the black man who was the third in command. Evidently, he done saw something, he done said something, they done said he won't play ball. You know what happened to him? His private plane crashed. However, upon further investigation by Dick Gregory, they said, nah, he had 2 bullet holes in his skull. And so, for people who believe that this system is going to solve our problems, you know, I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know, once again, I just study history. I see that, you know, once again, this is how it's supposed to be, whether you're on the left or the right. Cast your vote for Yahweh. I hear you. You know what I'm saying? We have to be set apart. Systems were created against us, never for us. Mind you, I'm not suggesting leaving the U.S. Now that could be a good idea, but where are you going to go? Because this capitalistic system is worldwide. Where are we going to go? You know what I'm saying? So we are going to, you know, have to make the best of it right here. Okay, people have to gradually stop making business with them. I'm telling you, they're going to end up losing business. Then insurance is going to go high. They feeling it. Plus the elements is making it okay. Karen Jackson. I say it again. If Trump makes president being a felon, the question on every employment application. Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Now, we already trying to ban the box in North Carolina. There's a movement to ban the box here in North Carolina. So that's what a lot of people are doing. I'm not planning to their plans, but all we can do is pray. Definitely we can pray, but there, like I said, there's some things that we can do, like the young lady said, like we can start once again, because when we spend our money, that's why the Montgomery, I never understood the power of that boycott in Montgomery. You know, after, you know, all the black buses shut down because we wanted to integrate, then, you know, the white bus companies were the only form of transportation for the blacks. But when blacks broke that system, they had to make, you know, they had to make amends for what they let me see. Webster Dictionary 1828 defined America as a noun. It originally referred to the indigenous people of America, but now refers to people born in America who are descendants from European. Oh yeah, definitely. I don't. It's nation building time, Chief X Ali. I definitely agree with you. heck, I ain't black or African American. They hate on me, and then going to tell me I'm one of them. Fought mostly black or African American most of my life. I don't ask for that. They come at me like that. What you talking about? Who was Day Tiger Lee? But yeah, so I just want people to be aware, of what is going on behind the scenes. We have a lot of people who, once again, are like completely invested. Like they're running around. We got to stop this from happening. We got to stop Trump from getting in. We got to stop Kamala from getting in. We got to, what I'm saying? What is going to happen if either gets in? What is going to change? Because from what I see, America has been rolling, just like it's been rolling since 1600. It's been rolling exactly how it's been. The people champion, he said, we have to vote for Trump. Black people, wake up. Why? You know what I'm saying? Why do we have to vote for Trump or Kamala? Like, nobody has really given me a great reason to vote for one or the other, except the other one is so bad, right? And that's, what I'm saying, like literally, that's all I hear. Why are you voting? Because they are this, that, and the other. That is the bottom of the barrel of the reason why you should give me. Like, if that is your reason, like if the only reason you have to tell me, to convince me to vote for this person is so this person won't win, you haven't convinced me. You know what I'm saying? You haven't convinced me. And that's what I hear of my associates, my friends. I'll listen to the conversation, but I don't like to engage because, once again, people are really emotional. I mean, as far as like yelling and hanging up and calling stupids and names. I'm like, okay, well, I just asked the question about, what I'm saying? Like, why is this person so better? You know what I'm saying? Why is this person so bad? And so, the lesser of the evil. Now, that's another, I thank you for that. That's another analogy that I always give people, right? So let's say, Ms. Patterson, or anybody who says the lesser of two evil, let's say you're looking for a babysitter for your child, right? So you have one babysitter, and these are your only two choices now. You know what I'm saying? These are your only two choices. Like, we only have these two choices. So the only babysitter in town is one who's been charged with inappropriate touching of 6 individuals, right? And then you have another person. Appreciate you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Earthkeep Hoover, they still gonna be digging our ancestors' grave, digging our own graves. We're not getting a penny nor recesses from the inside. Yeah, and a lot of people talk about reparations, which is a whole nother different conversation. And yeah, like ain't nobody made up for that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody made up for that. And so, but again, like, so if you got one person who has been convicted of, I like you, my journey for 44, touching 6 individual little ones, right? And you got another person that's been convicted of touching 3 inappropriate little ones, right? Who are you going to choose? Or are you going to say, forget it, I'll stay home and babysit my own child? So that's my, whenever you choose lesser of two evil, you're still choosing evil. Evil is evil. So come on, I'm not with it. Okay, well, thank you. Whatever analogy that you want to put it in, right? But that's the one I use, because that, like, my analogy. Somebody always say my analogies are hyperbolic. And whatever that means, I guess they're over the top. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Montreal Stokes. All right, so here we go, Montreal Stokes. Under Trump, you will make more money. It will go further. More jobs and more dependent on ourselves as a country. Better foreign connections as war. Now, that is a lot of things that I hear from people who look like me who support him, right? And so yeah, I missed that. So that's that's something. Okay, hold on. Here's my mama. So that's something. Okay, so let me see what I missed of the election. Okay, let me see. Now anybody can jump from one lane to another. Voting isn't that difficult. Just vote your interest. What's best for you and your family? Talking about religion. Yeah. And see, that's one reason I don't like talking. I appreciate that. A lot of people vote their interest. Like if you go back on my page, I interviewed a black Trump supporter. Now we're in Goldsboro, North Carolina, a small town. This guy has a big black guy, a big Trump bank sign. And back in 2020, he had a big Trump bank sign on his yard, right? Big as day, lit up, right in the hood, right? And people were going on his yard, trespassing on his yard, breaking the signs. Like how idiotic is that? Like let that man believe in what he believes in, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's the insanity. That's the sickness of it. Like he had to put cameras in his yard, and he said, look, man, I can leave the hood, right? He said, I can leave the hood, but I want to stay right here in the hood. I got two, he's a trucker, actually. So he got two big trucks, two working, Mack trucks, 18-wheelers, whatever you call them. He got two of those, and he got two Avalanche Chevy Yancey. He got a motorcycle right in the middle of the hood. So he said, look, I want to inspire the youth to, say that I came right from here so y'all can be like me. But just because he had, and if y'all can go back and look at that video, he explained his point of view on why he voted for Trump. He said, look, man, under Trump, I made a lot of money. And that's his interest, right? I made a lot of money. Under Biden, he said, I'm struggling. You know what I'm saying? As a truck driver. So how can you or anybody else tell this man, look, his livelihood is at stake. He believes that this man is the best to keep food on his table. Now, if you're more of the communal aspect, then you have to say, well, sometimes you have to sacrifice for the community because, Trump is bad for this, that, and the other. But most people, and that's what people have said, like you have to vote your interests and whatever those interests are. Let me see. We need each other. Bottom line. That's it. We need each other. Trump nor Kamala. Chief Ali said Trump is their Jesus. Now who is there? Like they talking about the supremacists. Just vote policies, not party. Tim Majors, cool. Okay, Mr. Reliable Source. Now he has another. And that's not now. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But he has another strike against him. He said the country was down 5.6 billion under Trump. Why is that? Because PPP and unemployment was going through. Black ones believe that's going to be the case, and if so, why not? If everyone getting away. So you said that Trump was bad for the economy, right? So this guy said that Trump was good for the economy. Now and okay, now that is one part, I stay away from because they try to make it about a certain thing, but this is really what it's about. Appreciate you, AQ Horton. Unaliving, seeds is never an option. A lot of people, once again, try to play that into reproductive rights or health reasons. And I did the research, only a small percentage, like a point of a percent of the unalignments of the seeds are due to those things, which people are saying, well, this is why we should have it. Most of them, I think everybody could agree. Everybody may agree that, the majority of them are from just, people not being responsible. Trump doesn't take accountability with all the crazy racist stuff he said. His ex-wife even said he was fascinated with, and that's a bad track record right there. And I think somebody said once, he said Hitler was a great man. If I'm not mistaken, he said that those people who vote you are part of their decision, and they are not for God. Trump or Harris didn't create the heaven of point blank. Point blank. That is my stance on the whole thing. Like, can't nothing they do without God's approval, without the hand of God. We need to trust God. Okay, so when are us black folks going to stop caring about who these folks hire? Bam! That's it. I love it. When are we going to stop caring? Like this doesn't, this doesn't concern us. Now that's a lot of people. Let me see. So this person, Chestnut, said, how bills and food and idiots going to vote for it again. Now that's another strike against, let me see if I miss. I think I would do a John Brown Bonnie line. I see. Appreciate the super chat. But yeah, high bills and food, idiots are going to vote for it again. People say that, people say that, that's one of the drawbacks of the current administration of, high bills and food. Once again, I am one, once again, now this is just me. Everybody probably not like me. When I go to the grocery store, when I go to the gas tank, I don't even look at the price because I got to have it anyway. So no matter what it costs, I'm going to have to buy it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't notice it like a lot of people. That, of course, you look at dang on. It's $70. I just got some lettuce and tomatoes, cucumbers, a couple of oranges, and some cream of wheat, and you know what I'm saying, some eggs, and you know what I mean. So you think dang on, $70, but I'm gonna keep going because what I'm gonna do? I gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get gas. I never check gas prices because I gotta go there. So ain't no use of me looking around, driving around looking for 5 or 10 cents extra. I need gas. I'm gonna get gas. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't with the numbers. I just saw a good one. I just saw some. Okay, there we go. A.Q. Horton again. There are no good choices. Why does Israel always have to have a king like the world? Wait for our king to come in the clouds with a shout. Occupy until he comes. Oh yeah, Dr. Clyde Anderson. Yes, sir. What is this book called? Powernomics? Is that it? But yeah, I haven't read that one. Okay, the truck driver is most likely talking about COVID. During COVID, a lot of money was made. Okay, that makes sense. Now it's clarity, right? People have the misconception that it was Trump, but no, it was because of COVID, because a lot of people, a lot of goods had to go out. I appreciate that. Yep. So okay, you're right. Now Kamala and Trump isn't the only choice. You have a down ballot and third party candidates that may have policies that benefit. Yeah, but people don't look at that. People are so enamored with the two-party system that, okay, well, no, like I'm not even going to look at Cornel West. I'm not even going to look at Jill Stein. Like, we don't even hear anything about those people, right? We don't even hear about those people, right? I'm not interested in either side. I feel you. Let me see. He made a lot of money, but look how much Trump and his kids made in those 4 years. PPP, I don't know. Like I thought people didn't get locked up for that. I don't know about the PPP joint. I ain't, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to be, locked up either. I had a business and I applied for it, but I didn't do something right, so I didn't get it. or I applied too late or something like that. But you know, you still make do. Our people died to vote and ended up being misclassified and taxes out of their property. And that's another good point as well. When people, people, use that as the catalyst for voting no matter what, right? Our people, suffered and died, learning survival skills like our ancestors who knew how to live off the grid. That's another thing. Like what will you, and nobody knows this, right? I assume like we have a lot of intelligent people in here, but what happens when Walmart or Food Lion or Harris Teeter stop selling food? Can you grow your own food? Right? That's what I mean earlier. Like we've been so comfortable, we've been so ingrained in this system. Like we spend all day, some of us, and no knock to that. We spend all day working for a corporation or for a business, whatever you work, to get money, to buy food, to buy clothing, to buy shelter. All of those things we can spend all day working and providing them for ourselves. And that's what people mean by, living off the grid. I don't have to work for you. I can go out here and grow my own food. I can go out here and live in the country, build me a little log cabin, you know what I'm saying? Get a little electricity, whatever you got to do, solar panels. I don't have to work, right? We work because why? It's comfortable. We've been comfortable. We've been cloned. We've been cloned to this system. We've been cloned to the system. Like we have the ability. Where are all of, and if we put the same amount of energy, that we put into, politics or, who's running or wanting somebody to give us something, if we put that same amount of energy into building our own schools, into building our own grocery stores, into starting our own banks, into building our own hospitals. Those are the 4 pillars of any community. Now ask yourself, in whatever enclave that you stay in, where is the black grocery store? Where is the black school? Where is the black hospital? Where is the black bank? Those are the 4 pillars. So if we spend as much energy as we do in discussing LeBron James and Michael Jordan stats from 17 years ago and how they compare and what's the probability that LeBron James will win, his 6th championship before his son turns 32. You know what I'm saying? Like what is the age Dak Prescott record in the playoffs? Is he going to be a good quarterback? If we put as much energy and thought and effort into what we do, all of these minuscule things, then we don't have to be worried about who vote. Like, it's very rarely I see other races. Now, they may do it, but I don't see it, and maybe because I'm not with them. It's very rarely that I see other races, whether they're Indian, whether they're Chinese, whether they're Hispanic, just all up in arms about, because you know what I see? And once again, wherever you live at, I'm in a little country, Wayne County, North Carolina. But you know what I see when I go out into the country? I see a La Tienda. I see a casa such as, or whatever they decide to name their store. And when I go out there, I see a whole community of them working and living and building together. That's why you have little, little China. All of those people, they probably vote, but they know, look, I got money. I got a business. I got economic power. You know what I mean? So I don't care who is up there. They need me. They're coming to me for You know, I don't care who's gonna, like, you know, the Arabs that own all the corner stores. You ever hear them complaining about who they voting for? That somebody said stop buying from Arabs. I just saw that. Yeah, I'm way behind on the comments. But yeah, so like I said, yeah, we do all of these things, right? Better get a fishing pole, spoil. Heck, man, you're right. Like, though, these are all things that we are asking the government to do. Okay, Biden passed. They allowed that for the next 10 years. They are investigating the fraud. Okay, well, you know what that's going to be. Never got the 40 acres and a mule. Eat once or twice a day. That's good. We are all addicted to convenience. Right. You must unlearn what. Yeah, Jeremiah 2:14. Jeremiah 2:14. What does that say real quick? Okay, we got a real caller this time. Peace and blessings. You live on the air.
Hey, Mr. Taylor.
How you doing, sir?
All right, how you doing, sir?
Wonderful. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with a lot of things that you say, brother. A lot of things that you say, but it's one thing that I know you say you don't have a dog in the fight when it comes to this election, but I see one guy that's trying to give prosecution immunity, and he wants to stop and frisk. And I feel like it's when you give cops that, when you give them that freedom, and they know that they have prosecution immunity, that's going to just open the floodgates for these guys. That's what I feel, you know. I mean, you know, when you they already feel like they have the right to do what they want now. But when you have a voice at the top of the country, the leader of the country, telling them it's okay to do what they've been doing, that's just going to open the floodgates for us, brothers. And he's turning back civil rights. He's already turned the Supreme Court. The offside is 6-3. That's a lot of stuff to think about. Now, this election to me is the most important one. Once we get past this one, I say, okay, hey, choose which way you want to go. You know what I mean? You know, you have freedom. But this one here, I think this one here is going to turn back the clock of time. And be honest, man, it look like we on the verge of a civil war, seriously. Because this guy has divided the country up so bad, man. And that's why you're seeing a lot of these unalignments going on. But when you give cops prosecution immunity across the board, I hate to see what it's going to look like for our brothers out here. When a cop knows he can kill a brother and get away with it.
Let me ask you something, though, right? They've been had immunity. Like, they've been killing us. Like, look at Trayvon. Look at all of these people over the years. Like, and that didn't come from Trump. They just got it regardless. Obama, they was on Obama killing people. Like, so, you know what I mean? If I'm making sense, like, they've been having it. Like, how many black people have been killed and cops gotten away with it? Even before Trump was president. Even while Biden was president. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I agree 100%. I don't disagree with you there. But when you tell them that they're not going to be held accountable, you got a president that tell them that they're not going to be held accountable. That's a lot to think about, bro.
Yeah. But like I said, I just been seeing it throughout history. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when Sean Bell was 42 tails, Amadou Diallo, like, these guys been, you know what I'm saying? They've been doing it. So like, what's going to be the difference? Like you said, so you just think it's going to be more of it. But like I said, like, you know, a young brother, you know, like, yeah, like, I don't know if you just came on, but I just went through so many shootings within the last 2 weeks of police unaliving black man and nobody's been arrested. You know what I'm saying? And this,
But I can tell you this, I've been around. I'm 64.
yes, sir.
I came around. I saw the civil rights. I touched it when I was probably about 8 when Martin Luther King got killed. Oh, I'm sorry, when he was unalive. And coming through the 70s, the 80s. I mean, yeah, I've seen times change, and right now I'm seeing us now at a pivotal point where everything that we worked hard for is being turned back. And and I see one guy that's totally divided this country. I've never seen this country divided like this since the 60s.
So what do you mean divided though? Like, because like the country's divided, now, like there's black churches and white churches, black schools and white schools, black neighborhoods and white neighborhoods. The country's always been divided.
It has. But then you need a president that's trying to bring people together and not split them. You know what I mean? And that's how this guy got in office, because he ran on that platform. He knew that if I speak a certain tone, that there's going to be a certain group that's going to hear me. And that's how he got in. He's catering to a certain group of people. And that's why you get brothers like that just called you a few minutes ago. They feel like they have a voice now.
Okay.
And I really be honest with you, man. When you have the Supreme Court 6-3, and the Supreme Court is already giving this guy immunity as far as presidential duties to the full to the far reaches of the law as far as the president. He can go to the full boundaries without being held accountable. That's what the Supreme Court just passed for this guy. Now, when you give a president from one man that kind of power, that's something really serious to think about. That's something serious to think about. This guy, they say, as long as it's within his duties of a president, he can do it, and nobody question what he's doing. And that's a lot to think about. That's a lot to think about when you have a Supreme Court that gives one person that kind of power.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people really looking at that. And that's what I'm seeing. They've already given him immunity. It's up to his discrepancy. We can't call him out on this stuff because it's in the presidential realm of duty. But he's going to the extreme. And when you get to the point where you can't question what he's doing, you can't hold him accountable because the Supreme Court gives him that kind of immunity. That's a lot to think about.
It is.
That's a lot to think about. And once he's in there, first of all, the guy, to me, he whined like a baby. Everything comes out of his mouth is a lie. He lied about the last election when he lost. He's spoiled.
Okay, so I don't agree. I agree with everything. Like, I don't disagree with what you're saying, right? But when I was in sales, right, they told me that the fear of loss was more powerful than the prospect of gain, right? And so you're telling me all of these things, right? Of why Trump is bad. So tell me something good about the other people, without mentioning Trump.
Well, one thing I can say about the other people is that they will try to reach across the aisles. And trust me, I was on the fence. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really was questioning, but I had to come to a hard decision and make a decision. And right now, the decision that I see is only one choice in this race. There's only one choice. You know, this guy didn't want to leave off.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. Honestly, I love you, my brother, but you're going right back to the fear of loss. I asked you to tell me one good thing about them, and you actually didn't tell me nothing good about them. You went back. You filibustered. Wait a minute. I love you, my brother. You filibustered for a while, and then you went right back to Trump. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like the fear of loss is much more than the prospect of gain. What am I going to gain from this administration?
Well, first of all, she said small business. They're gonna get a $50,000 tax.
Okay, everybody doesn't have a small business. Okay,
no, not everybody.
And small businesses, like so. It's my homeboy told me about minority business loans, right? We think that's black people. You know what that is? That's for white women too. That's for LGBT. That's for Mexicans and immigrants too. So you talking about small businesses, that's necessarily that they're going to give them to black business. That's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. That's one good point. Of course, she says that, but once again, like everybody says what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying, to get the vote, but that's no guarantee that we'll get that. But I just
for one good thing. That was
that's it. That's all you got. That's all you got.
Not all I got, but that's one that I think. Now I can tell you, when she was in California, what I would ask you to do is go back and check the woman's records in California. Check her policies in California. A lot of people would be surprised at the things she actually did in California.
Yeah.
Really be surprised. Just go do your research on her policies in California.
Yeah. So yeah, I check it out. Like I said, but I know some brothers who stay in California. Now they not too. You know what I'm saying? They like So like I said, I can check and look up, but these brothers have firsthand experience. You know what I'm saying? Who
a lot of them. Well, that's where her bad rep came from, California. But then when people actually went and looked at her policies, they saw totally different from what the voices from out of California were saying.
Okay, wait a minute. So look at the screen. My brother said, I'm in California and we hate her. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, so they see, look, here's another person. Now Diane said, and this is a black woman, her policies in California suck. I have family that live there. You know what I'm saying? So
She did pass one policy, truancy for kids. It was a truancy. If the parents they were held accountable if their kids weren't in school.
So and well, now I know my brother told me about this, but who that policy affected? She was locking up black mothers for their children not being in school. You know what I'm saying? Who had? They should be in school, but I mean, if they in school and their mother in jail, how is that helping anybody? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know if she was lying.
Well, that's that once again, like, now you can look that up. Now you can Google that one, but
I will do my research on that.
Yeah, but like I said, like so I get it. Like I don't once again, I don't want nobody coming in and doing this and doing that. But I don't like, so he was president the first time, right? My life didn't change a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
my life didn't change a bit.
Hold on, let's look at it now.
Okay.
Yeah. When he came in office, there was 100 and some odd thousand jobs being created per month. All right. When he came in office, it went down to 80-some thousand jobs created per month. All right. This is in his first couple of years. Now he riding away. I remember that first president brought the economy back from a great recession, right? Okay. So now, of course, the economy is great because that's what he inherited. But what did he leave behind? Did he leave the same great economy that he inherited? Did he leave that behind for the interim president? He left a country shut down from COVID because he mishandled the COVID, right? And so, and his tariffs that he put on these China, guess who incurred the cost? Taxpayers. We did. Because China said, okay, if you wanna put the tariffs on them, we'll just raise the prices on your goods coming to your country. And so that's why we had the inflation after he left.
Oh, okay. So everything that happened during the Biden administration was Trump's fault, right? That's what.
Yeah, because he shut the country down. You got to think gas was low because was no gas being sold.
All right, so
there was no one going to work.
Let me ask you this. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but somebody brought up a good point that we haven't discussed yet. My brother said, ask him about the illegals getting all the benefits and the money under this administration.
That right there, I don't agree with. Now, I don't agree with that. I dislike that. I really do. And that's why I had a hard time making a decision on this election, because I saw what happened there. But at the same time, I got to think about the future of this country and the democracy and freedoms that we enjoy right now. Those freedoms didn't come easy. And see, the problem is a lot of people never had to fight for these freedoms. They never had to fight for these freedoms, especially the generation. When something's free, you take it for granted. Mm-hmm. And see, I came through an era when they had to fight for the freedoms that we had now. That stuff didn't come free. All right? And so, trust me, we can easily go back that way.
Yeah, but like so Trump don't have a this is not a dictatorship. Like so people are saying what he gonna do. Like he can't just do. It don't work like that. People ain't gonna stand for it. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think we'll go back to a dictatorship? You don't think we'll go to a dictatorship?
So why didn't they go back that? Why didn't they go back that way the first time though?
It almost did. Did you see January the 6th?
That was planned, man. Okay, I ain't even gonna get into January. Like people walked in there with costumes on, man. If somebody want to take over the Capitol, they coming with guns and shooting up stuff, man. Them people came and was taking pictures on the desk and laughing and joking, man. Come on, man. That was staged, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you realize coups in other countries, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen a real coup, a real government takeover? That was you know what I'm saying? That was 106 people going up there. Man, the dude had on Viking costumes and taking pictures, man. Come on, man. Like, come on, bro. You just
don't think that was real?
But
you think we could have went up there and did that?
It don't matter if we could have did it or not. It was a political stage. It was a front, like it was. Okay. So have you ever really seen a coup? Like in Africa when they go in there and kill everybody, bro? That was not that. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't that.
It wasn't that because of the democracy that we did.
No, it wasn't that because the people won't trying to take over the government, man. Like you think 106 people coming there with no weapons, but they trying to take over the government. Really? You know what I'm saying? Really, bro. See that's why I don't like talking about it, because once again, it was put on the news, it was over sensationalized. It was a takeover, and they're attacking the Capitol. No, an attack is when people is coming in there, knocking over stuff, pulling out pistols, taking people hostage. You know what I'm saying? That's a cue.
Okay, yeah.
That's, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a costume party, man. They sitting on the desk taking pictures. If you trying to take on the government, are you taking selfies with your feet kicked up on the lady desk? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's me, my brother. I don't know.
I disagree with you on that.
Well, so you think they really try to take over the government?
Hey, he wasn't trying to leave that office.
No. I said those people, those 106 people that came in there, they were trying to take over the government.
106 people. I looked at it was like thousands of people out there in front of it.
I don't know, but once soon as I told him taking selfies and dancing, I said, nah, this ain't no. You know what I'm saying? Like like, so if you come to rob me and you got on a microphone, you come to my house and you taking selfies and you got on a Viking uniform and you dancing, I'm not going to say that's a robbery. You can say it's a robbery all you want to, but if you just come to my house and don't take nothing and just laugh and joke and ransack it and take a picture and say, yeah, I was here, but I didn't take nothing. You know what I'm saying? Would you consider that a robbery, or you just consider that a you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe you know what I'm saying, but yeah, my brother, I'm with you though. Like I said, I at the beginning, I really heard everything you said. You know what I'm saying? But
it's just food for thought. It's just food for thought.
Yeah, but so this
nobody's mind, but I mean it's food for thought.
Oh no, like my mind is, you know what I'm saying, where it is. Like I don't have, you know what I'm saying, like these. I gotta live either way. You know what I'm saying? We gonna live either way. I'm up to Matthew 16:26. I'm up, you know what I'm saying? I'm just up for it. Whatever it is, whoever it is, I'm up for it. Whether we gonna have to fight to get the rights back, or we gonna have to fight, or we gonna you know what I'm saying? Like so what do you think gonna happen if Kamala win? You think the people who want Trump is just gonna go peacefully?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm afraid of what's gonna happen when she does win, because she will win.
Okay, you heard it here first. Kamala,
yeah, she'll definitely win.
Tomorrow is the 5th.
She does.
We're gonna definitely see.
With no question. I mean, by overwhelming majority.
Okay, well, all right, you heard it here first. I want you to call in tomorrow if we have a show tomorrow.
Sure will, brother.
Appreciate your time, my brother. Appreciate your time. Peace and love.
Appreciate peace and love, brother.
All right.
All right.
Peace and blessings. You live on the air.
Richard.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, this is Wanda.
Wanda.
Let me turn my TV down.
Yeah.
I was listening to your call about the election.
Yes.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
That you need. The guy that was just talking, you said he's 64?
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm 70 years old. Let me tell you, I told you before, you know, I work with the Democrats, okay? He was telling you part of it. And the reason we cannot have Trump back in office, I don't care nothing about black men, black people, brown people. And I know that for a fact. I've been doing this for too many years. Trump, not only did the Supreme Court give Trump complete immunity so that he would not go to prison for all the things that he has done. He has done so many terrible things. He's a 34-count felon. Will be sentenced November the 26th in New York. Okay, he got cases down there in Georgia where Connie Willis is going to get him as well. That's why they're trying to stop her. Okay, got cases with Tish James in New York. She's going to confiscate that Trump power for all that cheating with taxes and stuff that he did in New York and ran to Florida to live. Okay, not only that, the man has sexual abuse charges, but he's running to be president. That is unheard of because the Constitution speaks of. Not only that, it speaks of an insurrection. That was an insurrection. Believe it or not, it was a coup. And it was thousands, it was over 10,000 some people that was part of that. I don't know how much you watched of that, but you need to take a look at it, Richard. They got a documentary out called January 6th. You can look at it for yourself. They had guns. Some of them couldn't get through, mainly because they had the metal detector. Donald Trump said, let them through. They, for me, they're not going to hurt me. They can let them through because they were scared to come in there with them guns. They had guns set up in the hotels, packs of guns. They got pictures of it in Washington, D.C., where they came the night before. So you saying they weren't going to kill nobody? They weren't trying to kill people.
Oh, you can't say that. Wait.
You know
Hold on. Calm down, sweetheart. Hello. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can't say those words on. Yeah, listen to me. You can't say those.
I'm here.
Yeah, you can't say those words. You can't hear me?
Richard.
Yeah, I'm here. You can't hear me?
Hello?
I can't hear you, ma'am. I can hear you fine.
Richard.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? I think. Hello?
Okay, you can hear me, but I don't know why I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Not really. I'm gonna call back.
Okay.
I'll call you back.
All right. Well, yeah, so and that's that's the emotional, part of it. Like, shit, where it's going. Okay, my brother. Okay. So yeah, so you heard the passion, in my my friend's voice, and um yeah. So this hello, can you hear me? You can hear me now. So I was trying to tell you because you can't say those kind of words like ill with a K on it.
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry. I'm so sorry. But I'm trying to get you to see a point.
No, but listen to me though, right? You first the first word that you said out of your mouth was that he don't care about nothing for black people, right? That's what you said. Yeah. Wait a minute, listen to me. Listen to me. Just listen to me. So you remember when Kamala said, I ain't gonna do nothing for black people. So I ain't gonna do nothing that just gonna benefit black people. That's what she said. So
no. She works for President Richard works for everybody.
No. I'm just talking about what she said, ma'am. I'm not talking.
She didn't never say that.
All right, so let me play this, ma'am. Just hold on real quick. Just hold on real quick. We gonna play this. We gonna play this. Because okay. So we gonna play this for you right here on the air.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Do you support reparations for black people?
Can you hear them?
I heard.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hey, see, you gotta let me finish. Let's do what she's saying.
In this country, and in particular, black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of black families who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit black children, black families, black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No, because whatever
Did you hear that?
will benefit that community and society as a whole and the country.
I'm only going to don't do that. A president.
No, we're not talking about she won't president there. She said, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that only benefits black people. Wait a minute. Listen to me. So, hold on. Let me stop. So hold on. You know what I'm saying is okay. She say, well, we can't do anything that only benefits black people, but they can do things that only benefits immigrants. They do things that only benefit the LGBT crew. You know, they do. But wait a minute, see, no, let's not skip the subject though. Like we gotta address this. So she said, okay, so listen to me though, right? So how can you say that it's okay for her to say, well, I'm not going to do nothing specifically for black people, but they do things specifically for other people?
That's not true though. I tell you, I heard you talking to the other man about the immigrants. Okay, let me tell you about that. No, they do not sit up and get welfare and benefits. That's just talk.
I see them in the grocery store every day filling up the grocery stores, man.
Hold it. Let me finish.
All right, okay.
Let me finish about that.
Good.
Believe me, I've been doing this too long. Let me tell you, that's a talking point, okay?
No, I see him, ma'am. I see him. That's not a talking point.
Let me tell you, when they come here, just like they lied. Oh, they're coming through the border. They said the Haitians was coming through the border. There is no Haitian border to the United States border for them to come here. Those people were flown in. And they were flown in to take all these jobs that Biden created because those people in those cities did not take those jobs. They could have took those jobs. Biden bought back all the things, the chips that's in your cell phone.
So it's the black people fault.
In your TV. No, it's not the black people fault. These are black people that he brought over here to take these jobs.
No, it's about the ones here that, because that's what I hear a lot of people say, black people ain't taking the job.
People say that, but that was Trump talking about black jobs. What's a black job? Kamala is a vice president. Is that a black job? Okay, what is a black job? Nobody has never taken my job, and I worked in mental health for years. And no one took my job that was an immigrant. You know why? They brought these people here. These immigrants come. When an immigrant come here to work, they have to wait 3 whole months before they can even get a work permit. Now check this out, because you failed on this. Check this out.
I failed on what? What did I fail on?
You saying immigrants getting this and this and this?
They are. Like, do I need to pull it up? I can pull up the information.
Tell you what they got. When they first come, when they bring them over here, they get $170 in food stamp. If you come with, say you got a spouse that come along with you, okay, to take these jobs, okay, then they get $350 in cash. They get $250 to buy yourself. Okay, then this is what happened. Once that work permit comes through, that's in 3 months. It takes them 3 months to get a work permit. They work. Guess what they are doing? Working hard, paying taxes. But guess what? They're not citizens. So they're paying into our tax citizens.
Well, what about the regular? What about the other people that can't get jobs? It's not everybody who's running around don't want to work. I know a lot of people who want to work. So what about why don't they?
If they want to work and they need to take those jobs, they don't want to take those jobs.
How do you know? How do you know that? Do you know every? Wait a minute. Listen to me. Do you know every black person in America?
No, I do not.
Okay, so you can't say who. You can't say who don't want to take the job.
When I work and go into I got a password. I can get into any federal system. And if you want to see how everything works, go to WhiteHouse.gov and go to every department, and you will see how that works.
Well, once again, but you don't know every black person who's out there trying to get jobs. Wait a minute. Listen to me. So you can't tell me that everybody don't want those jobs, because you don't know who's out there trying to get those jobs and can't get them because the immigrants got the jobs. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that like realistically. You cannot say that no black person wants a job.
And then they won't be bringing them in here. And then
you can't. I mean, you can't tell me that you know every black person in America that don't want the job. You can't sit here and say that.
Every black person in America, some are working there as well, along with them immigrants. They're not the only ones working there.
But what about the black person who wants a job? But
now you got black people that
wait a minute.
Immigrants that work.
So what?
Want the jobs? Why don't they apply for the jobs?
What about the black people who want the jobs, but they have already been taken by the immigrants? What about those?
It's not so. If they really want the jobs and you're already an American citizen, they'd rather hire you.
Just immigrants. Hey, look, I used to work. No. You can no. All right, let me give you an example. I used to work for a cotton gin when I was 17 years old. I went to that cotton. Wait, listen, you can't understand my point unless you let me get to it, right?
Okay.
So I used to work for a cotton gin. We won't pick and gin, we just had to do. So I worked there from 12 at night to 12 the next day. I was the only black person working there. You know who else was working there? Mexicans, right? But you know what? On that job, we got no breaks. We no breaks. We worked 12 hours straight from no breaks. And you know what? They kept them Mexicans in the back in the trailer, and they paid them. I was making probably like $8 an hour. So I know they was making $5 an hour, right? I worked that job for 2 weeks, and I was like, Mama, they ain't give me no. You better keep it, because you know what? They're gonna get a Mexican to do it. So that's what I'm talking about. They're gonna get these Mexicans to do those jobs that they taking advantage of them. They keeping them back in trailers and charging them for rent. So that's what you have as well. I seen a busload full of Mexicans one time going out to work, but they keeping them somewhere, and they working them for much less than a black person going to take. So you can't say why would you work for something that you were less than though? That's
saying that the black people might have wanted them. So
if they don't because you don't want to work for peanuts.
Thank you, because we threw it. That's why the immigrants takes the job.
So they are pushing us out. Like they know that they can pay them less. They can treat them worse.
We don't want to take it.
No, they know because. So would you? Well, okay. So would you work for less than what you would work?
Let me tell you.
No. That's a yes or no question. Would you work?
I'm getting ready to tell you. If I came from a place,
we're not talking about if. I'm talking about right now.
If they had a big old earthquake here and I had to go to their country to work, I would take it to survive.
No, I'm talking about you as an American. You in a position with all your credentials now, right? So if you went for a job interview, right, and they say, Miss Williams, you got all these credentials. We got this position. We're gonna pay you. We're gonna pay you $25,000. And you like, what? I'm making $75,000. What you mean? Well, we got this Mexican over here that we gonna pay $25,000.
$75,000. Why would I take $25,000?
That's what I'm saying. So
that's what I'm trying to tell you. But these people are not.
We're not. See, you're putting yourself in those positions. I'm talking about your position as an American citizen. You would not take less than you are worth, right? Right. No, that's exactly
my point.
You're making the point. That's why.
It's more
never
of
mind.
a slave. It's more of a slave status for these people to come and take it and work.
So that's what I'm saying. So that makes it bad for.
Might have wanted them jobs. I don't see the black people wanting those jobs.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
I don't see them wanting those jobs. And people get migrants and immigrants mixed up. A migrant is seasonal. And let me tell you something else. When COVID came, we were scrambling for meats, scrambling for toilet paper, tissue. But guess who was out there catching the COVID and working in the fields? So we can have food on our table. It was the immigrants. And they were really migrants. Because they don't get to stay here. They work seasonal and they go back. People get them confused. There's an immigrant and you got migrants. Migrants come seasonal. They go out there to these fields, which you're not gonna do. I know I'm not gonna do. We did enough of that. Okay, so they
ain't just working they working construction jobs. Black men want construction jobs. I see them everywhere. So let's not act like they not taking jobs.
I see black people working in construction as well.
Yeah, but I see a lot of Mexicans. I see a lot of Mexicans.
Yeah, they know how to do that work.
Black men know how to do the work. See, that's what I'm saying. Like this.
But they stay on the job.
So now black men don't want to work. Black, you don't fell into the black man lazy. lazy.
No black man lazy.
You just basically said that they want to work.
It's not. It's that they don't take these jobs. Those people are more skill richer than.
Wow.
They are very much.
Wow.
I see them in them tall cables.
Wow.
Up in the sky, building high buildings.
Wow.
Okay.
So black men don't have no skill. I know a lot of
too many black people up there in them buildings.
Okay. I certainly appreciate you, man. But yeah, we got to go. But I thank you for calling. Because
don't be saying they're all the same. because no one is like Trump. No one.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'm gonna tell you something.
now we gotta go. We gotta go. But I thank you for calling, sweetheart.
I had more to tell you about
we have to.
True what you're saying.
Well, once again, like a lot of people feel that way. So once again, it's everyone. Once again,
a lot of people haven't listened or even did their research to know what a president do. Or a vice president.
Well, once again, like
and they get to tell me, oh, she was in the office for 4 years. She didn't do nothing. She was not the president. She's a vice president.
I don't, like I said, like she's fine with me. Like I said, I don't have, like I said, but I don't see once again how my life has changed from.
Me was trying to tell you exactly. He didn't know how to put it all together, but I know exactly.
My life has not changed from Clinton to Bush to Obama to Biden, to Trump, to Biden. Everything that I did in my life, it was because I did it, not because a president held me back or pushed me forward. That's
when I do know a lot of people wouldn't even have health care if it wasn't for Obama.
I don't have health care now.
Well, you can get it.
I can get it when you know what I'm saying? So I can get it. I don't need a president to get it for me. I work here. I got my money.
But if you get it, it's still up under that system.
No, it's that the healthcare system still is a joke too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a joke.
Over 50,000 people that did not have healthcare.
Okay, all right.
So you can get that.
Yeah, we once again, like we can get a lot of things on our own. We don't need anybody to give me.
You can't just get healthcare on your own because it'll cost you a fortune.
Yeah, well, I mean, once again, you got to pay to play, right? You got to pay to play.
When you can go up under the ACH and get a big old discount.
Yeah, I did it last year. Yeah, I did it last year. I'm joking. I did it, but
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so don't say it don't help people because it helps a lot of people.
Okay.
And if you got a pre-existing condition, and if Trump take that health insurance away from you,
we got another call coming in, sweetheart. But I thank you. I thank you for talking to me. Okay. Peace and blessings. You live on the air. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, man?
How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. I was just calling just to sort of save from the last call, but it's getting a little heated. But a lot of the stuff she was saying, man, is the same reason I don't vote right now.
Okay.
You got people, just like you were saying earlier, you got people breaking up families from politics.
Yeah.
And we don't even know these people.
Don't know them from a man in the moon.
No, and they can tell us the stuff we see on TV every day, the news, the media, what they showing us on TV. They can be showing us anything, clips from it back in history. We don't know what they're showing us.
Mm-hmm.
All this rubble and stuff like that, we take what they say for truth. And we don't know at the end of the day. And we walking into a brick wall every time we believe in, not knowing. And sometimes it almost puts you in the religion realm.
Yeah.
We believe in them the same way we believe in God.
Yeah.
And
man.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's tough. That's tough.
Right now,
that's tough.
Right now, people battling back and forth about who gonna get in and who gonna save us. what they gonna do for us?
Amen.
And we don't know these people.
Yeah,
we don't even know if they got our best interests in hand.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even want these people praying for me, really, because they don't know what I need in my life. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But we put our lives in these people's hands, and they give us free health care insurance. They know everything about us once they get the health care insurance. And when it's time, they looking at your health care insurance. Oh, he's been in here a lot lately. Oh, he's liver problems, this and that. Let me give him some medication for that.
Ooh, yeah.
What is that medication doing to us?
Killing us.
And we trust in these people. And we getting these handouts. this free stuff, and we thinking it's doing us the best. This is the life we living right now. This is why this political thing is so big, because they playing God. We buying it and we buying into it.
Lock, stock, and barrel, we bought it.
Yeah, we buying into it.
Yeah.
We looking for our paycheck and how we gonna get paid from here on out when machines taking over all the jobs.
Yeah.
That's the same thing these Porter men went on strike for, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I don't know why they did it, but evidently they did.
That's why they did it.
Yeah.
Ports would be full of people walking around the ports, manning the stuff that come in from these ships. Now they got machines doing it.
Okay.
They got just a few operators in the warehouse, just manning, making sure the machine doing what it's supposed to do. How you think these people feel that's still working at these places and they still ain't paying them right?
Yeah.
You see, that's why they went on strike.
Okay. That makes sense.
They playing games. They playing games with the people right now. Right now, I'm in South Florida, and back when I was younger, growing up down here, you didn't see as many of these immigrants down here.
Yeah. I do got another call coming in, my brother, but I appreciate you for calling, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, just let it, keep.
Let me get this call for
border talk, man.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they done hung up now. You ain't let me answer it. But what you about to say?
Yeah, I was just saying, keep up with that border talk, man, because you gotta let all this stuff falling into place and lining up with basically their main agenda. It's not the middle class is no longer. There's no more middle class. Prices of food going up. Your pay's still the same. It's just upper class and lower class.
Yeah.
So, and me personally, like the race stuff, like I don't buy into all of this stuff.
Yeah.
The race stuff, because at the end of the day, it's the haves and the have-nots. The people, they basically refer to the people as useless eaters.
Yeah. You right. I heard it before.
Yeah.
Useless eaters.
So that puts you in the mind frame of what's really going on. The food you're eating basically is poison. It's causing all the health problems you're having. You're ending up in the hospital where these people already, working hand in hand with the healthcare system, as you already stated earlier. With y'all mentioned the health insurance. So all this stuff working hand in hand. They already guaranteed, that big joke in the deck.
Yeah.
They already guaranteed they money. They securing everything. They just,
Let me get this call, my brother. Let me answer this call, but I appreciate you for tuning in.
All right.
All right.
Appreciate your show, man.
Appreciate you for tuning in. Peace and blessings. You live on the air.
Yes, hi Richard. This lady MG. I have heard so much of this craziness. I wish my people would wake up and realize that we've done this for years and years and years, and ain't nobody done nothing for us. Nobody. What's a little stimulus check? Nothing. Our folks really need to wake up and stop voting. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do if we just stop voting? Because that's really the only power that we really have, is to hold our vote until they do something for us. It don't make no sense. All this nonsense going on. They trafficking kids, people at the port here, children and women and men hollering for help. They don't know what to do. Then you got underground tunnels, everything else that they doing, and they using our money to do this thing. I mean, Ukraine was sitting pretty. They that some of the people come over here, get checks, they got big houses, they got cars, they still asking for money. Meanwhile, they don't send over $100 billion over there. And guess what? We have homeless people over here. We have our youth in the hoods killing each other for money over here.
Yeah.
They ain't doing nothing for us. So I don't understand how they keep going to the polls expecting a different result. They insane. That's insane. That's the definition of being insane.
That's what they say. The definition of doing insanity is doing the same over and over and over again, but expecting different results.
Right. And it's the blind leading the blind, because really, God rest my mama's soul. She was Democrat all the way. Vote Democrat ticket all the way. And you better not tell her nothing about no Republican. Come to find out, after doing research, I tell her, I said, Mama, the Democrats started slavery? Mama, do you know the Democrats did this and the Democrats did this? She said, I'm going to vote the way I'm going to vote. She was completely set on voting Democrat.
Yeah.
And after watching that year after year after year, I started voting at 18. I was listening to Auntie, and I was just, my whole top of my head was burning. Because I was like, no. You just she caught up in the washing machine. Honey, we have to realize what's really going on. It's time for us to go back to where our folks was. Our folks didn't vote. They stopped voting and they started working for themselves. They started building up stuff for themselves. But the only thing that they didn't do, they didn't have their own enforced military and people to oversee the skies, the sea, and the land for them. Let them know when they're coming. That was their only downfall. But they was hustling and bustling. We had over 15 different Wall Streets in the United States of America. And we was the highest gross people in consumers. They got jealous, they got envious, and started burning and pillaging our stuff. And we still voting for these folks today.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. It's crazy.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
We appreciate you, Richard. Keep moving, keep pushing, and salute.
All right. Salute you too, sweetheart. Thank you.
Peace and love.
All right. Yeah. So it's 10 o'clock, man. We got to get off the show, man. But I was trying to avoid, getting into that. My point of it was, what is the climate going to be after tomorrow, right? So whoever wins, it's going to be some repercussions, in my opinion, of whoever wins, So, I thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I hope we might revisit this, but, we definitely got to, keep on the Javion McGee case. I'm going to see if I can get some more insight from a couple of people who've been working behind the scenes. But I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for, the comments, the super chats, the cash app, just engaging. And, y'all wake up tomorrow. If y'all ain't voted yet, if y'all believe in voting, go ahead and do that. If you don't, go ahead and do that too. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock a man. Whatever a man does, everybody does right in his own eyes. If, you feel like you do, I'm not knocking you. If you feel like you don't, I'm not going to knock you neither. But I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all take care. Peace and love. May God bless y'all and keep y'all throughout the night and wake y'all up with the joy of the Lord in y'all heart, man. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a blessed day.